all praise Kim Jong-un, best leader of supreme leading of North Korea, doesn't poop because he has no butthole. Or no, he has a butthole.
Every leap of civilization was built off the back of slaves. Replicants are the future, but I can only make so many. I had the lock, and he has the key. I think I found him.
That's not possible. If this gets out, we've bought ourselves a war.
Blade Runner 2049, the much anticipated sequel to the 1982/1991 cut, depending on what you look at. Blade Runner. Yeah. Let's just start by saying there's probably going to be spoilers, not for this movie, but the first one, because it's kind of hard to talk about this movie without talking about the original in length.
The original Blade Runner, or this one? Which one do you want to talk about?
Just
okay.
This one, the idea of the universe in
the
general.
Blade Runner series is about this group of cops that basically hunt down and retire, kill,
execute,
fucking murder them. These
robots, cyborgs,
human-created species of
replicants.
Humans.
They are what they are. They're
Yes.
replicants. They're replicants of humans that are synthetic, and they are essentially used for slave labor. The reason they want to kill them is because they
rebel a lot.
They rebel a lot. And
they want to be their own thing.
But in this one, the newest generation, I guess, of replicants are 100% submissive.
Humans made them get their shit together. Then there was Harrison Ford, and he's like, am I a replicant or am I human? And then we didn't know. And then in this movie, we know a lot now. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So.
And then there's Ryan Baby Goose. I guess that's a summary.
Blade Runner's a really hard movie to explain
if you haven't seen the original. You kind of really have to in order to really understand what's going on.
You're going to be lost seeing this movie if you don't see the original. So if you haven't seen the original, go watch it now.
Plus, it's just a really good movie.
The director's cut, not the theatrical cut.
Stay away from the theatrical.
It's garbage. Let's just get into it. What did you think of this Blade Runner 2049?
I thought this was, without a doubt, one of the most beautiful movies I have ever seen. Not just cinematography, but acting, cinematography, action, just soundtrack, all of it. I was just very enticed by all of it, and it made me feel good as a replicant human being. I just really enjoyed this movie a lot, and I know that for a fact because I didn't check my phone once. I didn't look at my watch. I yawned a lot, but that's just because I've been up since 3 a.m. I really like this movie a lot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. You kind of said everything that needed to be said. It is nice going to see a science fiction action movie where the threat isn't against a planet blowing up. Because that seems to be the main thing now, is that the threat for every movie is the worst thing imaginable.
Or just some type of explosion happening.
Yeah. And it's really not. It's more of a personal battle. In this case, it starts off as a personal battle for, Ryan Gosling's character, who is a replicant trying to figure out who he is. This one definitely had more of a human feel to it for the replicants, and you definitely saw them becoming who they were, especially Ryan Gosling's character. Sorry, Ryan Goose, baby. Baby Goose. It was just a nice arc and a nice change of pace. It it had action in it, but it was more focused on the characters, which is something I feel is really missing from today's blockbusters.
It's a very important thing, which is why I enjoyed this movie so
Yeah.
much. Acting wise, Gosling blew me away. Not like absolutely blew me away. Like, I'm gonna shed tears. This is an Oscar-winning performance here, but he did very well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I'd like Jared Leto in this movie, but I kind of liked him a little bit.
I liked him, but at times his character seemed like more of a caricature of an arch villain. The one character that like blew me away more than I thought was Love, played by Sylvia Hoeks. I don't know. This is her name.
Ho.
No, it's the
the X. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was by far my favorite character. Like every time she was on screen, I knew it was going to be a good scene. Another thing with movies that don't really happen nowadays is every character has their own struggle. That used to be a thing, and now it's just, oh, everyone's fighting giant robots. When John Turturro's there and Mark Wahlberg's there, Shia LaBeouf is gone for some reason.
But is there a hot model?
Oh, there definitely is.
There she is.
And there's lots of blues and oranges and turquoise and flesh tones. But yeah, it was. Every character had their own struggle. Every character had their own motivation, and
it just felt
good.
Honestly,
Jared Leto's character was the weakest one.
Yeah,
and
he wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that bad. No, he was just
drowned out by all the other greatness.
Yeah, especially because a lot of his scenes were with Love.
Yeah,
Sylvia Hoeks.
Then we got that cinematography.
Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins is one of the most underrated cinematographers out today. Well, I shouldn't say underrated.
I don't think he's too much underrated. I think he's just, people should know about him a lot more.
This movie's directed by Denis Villeneuve. Of Prisoners, Sicario, Arrival.
A lot of other beautiful movies.
Enemy. A lot of his movies are very heavily character based, and he was kind of perfect for this because Blade Runner, while a sci-fi action movie, was always like about the characters, like of Deckard and Roy Batty.
It was definitely something that was needed in a time in the world right now where everything's just drowned out with, oh, maybe if we flash some boobs and some money, which they did flash some boobs.
They did do that here.
They took that rated R to a level that I liked.
That's definitely one thing that was a little bit distracting. Is I don't know what they were going for with all the nudity and again, like, nudity, if it has a point, I have no problem with in movies, but at times it feels gratuitous, and it definitely felt gratuitous at times. Not every time.
What else is there?
Did you notice all the Korean and Soviet? Apparently, we're gonna lose this nuclear war.
Nuclear war, the blackout.
We're gonna get blown up by Kim Jong-un. All praise Kim Jong-un. Best leader of supreme leading North Korea doesn't poop because he has no butthole. Oh no, he has a butthole, but he has a butthole, but he just uses all the energy that he takes in, so he doesn't poop. That's what he tells people.
Costume design was pretty good too. So, in case you guys were wondering, here, right here, I'm gonna pet it, is the list of recommendations, what we think you guys should do to this movie, other than pet it like I just did. Okay, so Mike, what did you think about this movie? Should see it, rent it, stream it, or skip it?
This is definitely a movie that I feel wouldn't have the same effect if it was just on a TV screen. So I'm going to say see it, because it was just a great cinematic experience overall.
I feel as if you have the chance, please go see it in IMAX, because there's a lot of sounds and vibrations and visuals and everything that you need to experience in IMAX.
Agreed.
for a lifetime experience to see this movie.
Yeah.
So please, even if you didn't see the original, I think it explains it like just enough. To where you'll be able to stay on board.
But it's definitely one of those things where you appreciate it more if you've seen the original.
Yeah, go see this movie.
Go see the movie.
Because that's how I feel about it. This was very well done. Very. Oh my goodness. Is that the time?
This breaks the world.
We have to go.
I'm coming with you.
Where is he?
Yeah, his butthole.
Don't pinch it. No. Stop. Ah! Ah! That didn't do anything. I think that's 20 seconds.